You have no idea how it feels not to be trusted.
You've got to trust me too, Chloe.
How can you trust someone who thinks you're crazy?
We've tried with these Dark Castle movies to make ghost stories, but some a little more sophisticated than others. With Ghost Ship, it was really kind of an old-fashioned kind of, horror movie. Gothika really is a little smarter than that. As well as being a ghost story, it's a good mystery.
There's some elements of a classic horror movie, but it's also sort of a psychological thriller at the same time.
Action! I would say it's kind of a return to both old thrillers or ghost stories, but it's played with some realism, so when these supernatural elements come in, it's scary.
The script was really well written and really interesting because it's very character driven. It's not like a, all CGI ghost movie.
Are you okay? I got the script from Joel Silver. He asked me to read it, and he told me it's a horror movie, so I didn't really know what to expect. And I was pleasantly surprised as I started to read it because it was more than what I expected from a horror movie. There was really a story there and a character. It was a real woman who was very complicated, intelligent, and in a really bad situation. And I found myself being attracted to her. Miranda Grey, that's her name. She is a doctor at the Woodward Institute for Women, and it's a hospital that treats women who are diagnosed as criminally insane. She's very well educated, very bright, and sort of does her job by the numbers, by the book. One night, something very mysterious happens to her.
Are you okay?
And she wakes up, and she is now a patient in the institution in which she was a doctor in the day before.
Her character is very logical and very rational, and this story is something that it defies logic and is not rational. So she has to listen to a different kind of voice to try to get through the process.
How long have I been in here?
3 days.
I want to talk to my husband.
Doug is dead. You killed him.
She's a woman who is struggling to find out answers to very serious questions. I mean, her freedom has been taken away. She's locked up. She's been told she's committed a murder of her husband that she has no memory of. So her journey is one of self-discovery. It's one of sort of proving her innocence, if you will, or accepting what, in fact, she's actually done.
Miranda, what's that?
Let's just go, okay? We're done.
Why you do this to me? Why?
Is it psychological? Is it all in Miranda's mind? Is it conspiracy? Are the people around her that she's working with doing this to her? And then all of a sudden, she starts seeing this girl, Rachel. What does Rachel have to do with it?
This is the girl that I saw.
It's impossible.
This is the girl I've been seeing. This girl right here.
Rachel died 4 years ago.
I think the thing to remember is that she's really going through it. For the majority of the film, she's someone in hell. She's got to stay there. She's got to maintain that level of concentration all through the day. And it's very hard to come off that.
I have a mother who was a psych nurse at a VA hospital on the psych ward for 35 years, so she was a good source of information for me. And my journey was really to discover what one would feel as reality slowly starts to slip away from them.
No one cares. No one cares about you now. You know why? Because you're crazy.
Penelope Cruz plays the character of Chloe, and she is Dr. Gray's patient. And there's a wonderful bond and relationship between these two women. They sort of help each other sort of find value in their own lives. Who did this to you?
I'll tell you one thing. He can have my body, but he will never have my soul. Never. She's somebody that is sick, and I think they are making her sick. Nobody believes what she has to say. My character is going through hell because things are happening to her. She killed her stepfather because he would rape her and when she was very young. So it's somebody that has already gone through that before being here. When I read it, not for a second I thought she was crazy. She lives in hell. Hell is the most intense character I've ever had to play. That is like my worst nightmare, to be in a situation like that where people look at you like you are crazy.
Something is really happening to me.
I'm trying to help you. Why don't you trust me?
You can't trust somebody when they think you're crazy. Dr. Pete Graham, played by Robert Downey Jr., he's one of my colleagues at the institution. And once Miranda gets locked up, he becomes somewhat of a supporter. Although with him it's a little tricky. It's hard to tell, is he really a supporter or is he a good guy or a bad guy?
He can't believe in what she's saying because he doesn't believe in ghosts. Can you imagine, like, somebody actually telling you a ghost comes and tells me things?
He really wants to help her. He really wants to believe in her, but every step of the way, she does stuff that he just can't justify. He can't keep supporting her.
You're in crisis.
All I know is I saw this girl, and she's connected to me. How? I don't know how she's connected to me, but she is. Don't run all over psychiatric shit to me. I know that like the back of my hand.
Good. Saves me the trouble.
He was perfect for it because, you know, he has that feeling that he's like very likable character. And he has that feeling like there's something behind it. I don't know if I want to see it, but I'd like to know maybe. And Robert can do that really well.
You said no shock treatment.
Shock treatment? You want to see some shock treatment? Here's some shock treatment.
Stop.
What are you doing?
Why would you take these
Miranda,
up?
don't look at them. I had to pick them up off the floor, Miranda. In pieces!
The character I play is Sheriff Ryan, Bob Ryan, and I'm also Doug Gray's best friend, who's played by Charles Dutton, who's married to Halle Berry's character, Miranda. Since Halle's the murderer in the film, he wants to make sure that she gets what's coming to her. He has a lot of really severe things to deal with. His best friend is murdered by his best friend's wife. He is under pressure to solve the case. The movie becomes darker and darker and more supernatural. He also has to deal with, I would say, his own disbelief and subsequent actions. Well, you're right. I do fit the profile. Longtime friend of Doug's, access to the prison. I never did get a kick out of torturing animals, though.
He is a really talented, young guy with great vision. He has a really unique, edgy way of telling a story, and that's what a movie like this needs.
The most impressive thing about him is just his passion, his overall passion for the craft. He's a gifted filmmaker, and he's getting better.
His whole shot design, a lot of steady cam, a lot of single masters that really give you her sense of isolation. He just really knows how to move the camera to bring you into her story.
He's got the ability that a lot of directors don't have, which is that he knows how to position the camera, and he has taste in what the mood of the scene should be, and he's inertly connected to what an actor is going through.
He has a great trust of actors. He knows what actors can bring to a process because he is such a good actor himself, who's also so good with the camera and technical elements. I'm really impressed with that.
Well, sometimes you have an actor, director, and then what they want to do is basically act it out for you. But Matthew's kind of the best of both worlds.
The director knows what the actor's going through. He knows the process by which you achieve what you present. That understanding is invaluable. It's a kind of precious thing. And with Matthew, he knows how to speak to actors, and he understands what actors, the language that they use when they speak to him.
I've never counted, but there are so many scenes where it's two people talking in a cell. Every one of them is interesting and unique. That's a real challenge for a director. And then there's a number of scenes where it's just Halle's character kind of in some ways reacting with nothing around her.
What do you want from me?
And that speaks to her strength as an actress, but also to him as a filmmaker, to keep us invested, to keep us involved, and to keep us in the movie with her from her point of view, trying to figure out what's going on.
It was great because he really brought so much to it. I mean, he really is a very skillful director, and he knows how to tell a story, and how to move the camera, and how to work with his actors and really, get the most out of everything. And he did a wonderful job.
It's good to be an actor. It's good to be on the other side and know how you feel as an actor. Some directors can be really annoyed by actors not doing, exactly what they want them to do. It's like you have the rhythm, you have the camera moving, you have everything you have to have, and you have humans in the middle of all that messing up your shot. So you got to talk to them how to make it look the way you want it to be, and everybody should feel comfortable with it.
Either we follow her, or we just do a clean one.
Are we putting Charlene in there, or Barbara?
In the water? Let's see.
Going to be in the
Matthew is someone who makes you come up with the solution. He has a lot of great ideas, and he has them on the spot, and he wants you to deliver.
We were improvising the whole way through. I think that the key to working with Matthew was getting to know him as a person. He would get to the set and start to feel what the scene was supposed to be about, and then create where the shots would be. My responsibility was to be prepared to do all that. It was really my first experience with a director that was able to improvise in an extremely creative way, and something I embraced.
Make it happen!
Matty was funny. Matty is working hard. He's a very hard worker, and he needs prep, and we didn't have prep. So he was taking notes anyway. And like 2 days for our shooting, I was like, come on, man, let's go and have a drink. And he was taking notes. I can't take notes. It's too late. You can't feel that book. You can't take enough notes. You have to go with it.
Our DP, Matty, is just really exceptionally skilled. And I mean, I can't believe this. He didn't retire these cameras because he was just really using the heck out of them,
Ready. And speed. Set.
He's got such a great eye, and I think he and Matthew have collaborated so well together, creating something that was really atmospheric and helped us make it very moody and scary.
One more like that.
He's very accommodating to the things that Matthew wants to have done. He gets it, okay, move on.
And you can have a beautiful set or a beautiful location, but if it's not lit properly, to sort of bring it to life the way it should be, then, sometimes it can be lost. So it's really important what Matty does.
Every scene was a challenge because he has to make it look good and make it look, realistic and not cheesy, and stay dark and still be beautiful. So it was a challenge for everybody, but that's what movies, are all about. If you got that edge, then use it.
We've gone to some really beautiful old buildings that look very Gothic.
I think we were surprised at the amount of location versus studio work we ended up doing.
The title of the movie did a lot for everybody. Gothika, when you read it, it's gonna be Gothic. It helped us to all go in the same way. The same thing with Grace Walker, the production designer.
Grace was somebody that we wanted very early on. He built a hospital here, and he built this a really interesting facility that clearly is a kind of a new facility put into an old facility, and it's designed really brilliantly, and it really looks great. It has a great feel to it.
Kind of a melding of almost like an old 50s noir style, but in, with modern elements, because you go from this really Gothic style environments, and then you're in the hallways, and it seems like, clearly 21st century stuff, and it was real smart.
There are certain parts of the story that are very unique. You're not going to find these, glass cells. Some of it is a real mental institution we shot at. Another is an old prison, which isn't in use anymore. And there's still more that was done on the stage, but it completely flows. I remember an early production meeting. We literally had to go through every beat and figure out which place that was, because one corridor is here, but then she turns around and we're in a new location, but it's seamless. Probably the most impressive is always when you walk onto a set, and you can't believe that they were able to create this so quickly, and it just looks amazing.
Just the detail, some of the tiniest, ridiculous detail. It helps you to kind of insinuate yourself. It helps to insinuate oneself into the physical aspect of the character.
It's that word verisimilitude. I mean, you have to make the audience believe that what they're seeing is really happening, and if the actors believe it too, you're halfway home. This is our fourth Dark Castle movie, and I'm very proud of what Bob Zemeckis and I have done to really keep these things fresh and original. And I think that it's good for us to just keep making them scary and great.
I think there's some scenes that scared the shit out of me. And, I knew what was gonna happen.